Before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe. The Red-Eye Demon. It was a dark and stormy night. The rain pounded on the windows of the old apartment building. Mark was alone in his small apartment, just moved into this new place after his divorce. In the middle of the night, Mark woke up hearing a strange noise coming from the apartment above his. It sounded like a woman screaming. But after a few seconds, the screaming stopped abruptly. Mark brushed it off, thinking his neighbor probably just had the TV on too loud. But a few minutes later, he heard the floorboards creaking, as if someone was pacing and stomping around the apartment above. The creaking went on for over an hour, and Mark could not sleep with this constant noise. Summoning some courage, Mark went upstairs and knocked on the door of the upstairs apartment. No answer. He knocked again, louder. Still no answer. He tried the doorknob, and strangely the door opened easily. "Hello?" Mark called out as he entered the dark apartment. No response. He turned on the lights and what he saw made his heart stop. The apartment was in shambles. Furniture overturned, pictures knocked off the walls. And there, in the middle of the floor, was a large blood stain and a woman's severed hand. Mark froze in panic and fear. He heard a noise behind him and turned around. There, emerging from the shadows, was a hideous creature with glowing red eyes and sharp claws, holding the severed head of the woman. The demonic creature lunged at Mark with lightning speed and sunk its claws into his flesh. Mark's screams were heard by the neighbors, who called the police. But by the time they arrived, the only thing left in the apartment were Mark's mutilated remains and a message on the wall written in blood, "I will return." A few months later, a young couple, Jim and Jenny, moved into the apartment. At first, everything seemed normal. But soon, strange noises started to wake them up at night. Screams and scratching sounds from the attic above their bedroom ceiling. They brushed it off as rats or squirrels in the attic. One night, Jenny woke up to get a glass of water. On her way back to the bedroom, she passed by the attic door, which was slightly ajar. To her horror, she saw a pair of glowing red eyes staring at her from the darkness. A low growl emerged, and she could make out the outline of a clawed creature. She screamed. Jim came running, but by the time he arrived, the attic door was closed and locked. He told Jenny she must have been dreaming. A week later, Jim went up to the attic to check for any signs of rodents. But instead, he found something that made his blood run cold. There, on the attic floor, was a message burned into the wood: "I hunger. I crave. I will feed." Jim stumbled back in terror, but it was too late. The attic door slammed shut and the creature emerged, more hideous than ever. Jim's screams were cut short, as his mangled body tumbled down the attic stairs, his face frozen in a mask of horror. The demon had claimed another victim. But its hunger was not satisfied. Its bloodlust grew greater with every kill. The old apartment building remained silent, harboring the awful evil within, patiently waiting to claim its next victim.